All right, season 6, episode 17. Trevor. Trevor's name isn't even mentioned until like 30 some odd minutes into this episode. But it is the child of the prisoner. So we've got this prisoner. He's put in a box, taken away in a hurricane, or so we think. And then some guys, the warden or whatever, is like cut in half. Yeah. And so they're brought in because his body is like falling apart and there's like no blood. And they're like, they can't figure it out. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. And then Mulder's like pressing on walls and they're like disintegrating. And he's like, I know what's going on. It's like, shut the fuck up, Mulder.
Yeah.
He's phasing through things.
He's phasing through stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like the twins in the Matrix Reloaded.
Yes.
They can phase through things, except for they don't seem to distort the
substance that they phase through.
Yeah, this isn't the first time I've seen that. I've seen that in something else, where if they phase through something, it screws with the molecular structure.
I wonder if that's like based on any like scientific.
Probably.
I don't know, but he can't go through glass because. So, I don't know. I don't remember what stupid excuse Mulder says. But, yeah, he, like, can't phase through a mirror or glass, and that's ultimately what ends up killing him.
Windshield.
The windshield. But, yeah, this is an okay episode. It's funny in a way because he, like, gets naked every time he, like, phases through stuff and you don't see anything, but he's just like, you see him from like the waist up just naked, like walking around, and like it's funny because I guess you would still be terrified, like his ex-wife or girlfriend or whatever, her sister, he like goes to her house and he like, you know, phases through the door, so he's like naked and he's like coming at her and like, but he's like talking, like being like, where is it, like I want what's mine or whatever, and she's like freaking out, but
she's got to be thinking she's getting raped.
I wasn't going to say that. I think it would, what I was going to say is I think it would be scary to have a naked man like that you don't want coming towards you, but at the same time, I just also feel like anytime somebody's naked, it's funny.
I'm going to tell you now, I don't want any naked men coming towards me for any reason.
I don't either, but I feel
like... Wait, what?
Well, you...
Wow. Now, okay. Here we go.
I thought you were talking about like strange naked men.
This is where she comes out of the closet. Leaves me. Okay. I'm going to phase right out of this ring.
You're like, wow. But don't you think that it would be kind of funny though? Like, I think I would laugh. I think I would uncomfortably laugh.
If a naked man was running towards you?
Not running. It was just like phasing through a wall and like start talking to me. I think I would be like, why are you naked?
You're saying that if right now, while we're recording this video, some freaking naked guy just phased right through our wall, you'd start laughing? I do not believe that. I do not believe that for a second.
Maybe just in
I think both television. Of us would probably black out from just our brains not being able to function.
Yeah, maybe. But in television show and a show, it's funny.
It's funny on the outside
because
you know what you're doing. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
But in reality, someone phases through my wall naked. I'm not having a good time. But the sister in this episode is played by Tuesday Night from Nightmare on Elm Street. So that was pretty cool. Don't see her often. And I think that there is definitely, whoever wrote this episode, there's definitely some, like, homage going on here to Wes Craven. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, what their link to that is. I don't know, like, if they just were like, hey, you know, I'm making an episode. Maybe because Tuesday Night was cast, they threw in a couple homages. That's possible. Or did they write it with an homage to Wes Craven and then they cast Tuesday Night because it already had some homages to it? So a couple homages we have here. Probably the most obvious one outside of Tuesday Night being in it is that the prisoner's last name is Pinker. And then a cooler connection to that, of course, is that, you know, the actor who plays Skinner in this movie in this movie, in this show, is the same actor who plays Horace Pinker in Shocker, Mitch Pileggi. Mitch Pileggi? I think that's how you say that last name. And then there's another homage to it because he kind of like comes through the wallpaper above like the bed or whatever.
Very
like
Freddy.
Like Freddy. So, Horace Pinker, the actor who plays Horace Pinker, Tuesday Night, and a Freddy through the wall homage. I mean, is there more? Did I miss one or two? I'd like to know, but yeah, we noticed a lot of Elm Street references here for sure. So, Scully hides herself in a glass case of emotion. No, and you know, I guess she believes, right?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
And by the end of this season, she's like a full believer now. Like by the end, at least the beginning of season 7, she's like
definitely
fully
questioning her beliefs, which is making me think that this is the transition for when they make Mulder leave. Yeah. Because she has to start taking on that role.
I don't know if they know by now.
I don't either, but I'd be
point,
curious if they
leave.
did. But like maybe he signed a contract for like another season, and they're like, okay, we got to figure out. Like,
I mean, he's in season 8 and 9. He's just not in it all the time. He just kind of periodically comes in and out from my memory.
I don't know. I don't really. I'm not familiar with those seasons. Like
he like gets abducted and then he comes back and leaves.
Yeah. Like
randomly throughout. Like he's kind of the through line story. There she's searching for him, and then her and Doggett like in between the like, you know, the real story, they go and do like their Monster of the Weeks.
Yeah.
Without him.
I don't know. I like that she's finally starting to become a believer.
I'll be curious on if Doggett shows up in season 10 and 11.
We'll see.
Or whatever ends up happening to him. Maybe he dies in season 9 or something. I honestly don't know. I have no idea. I don't have any memory of those seasons almost at all. Yeah. So a lot of classic episodes in this season. This is definitely like the most memorable season for me. For all the episodes I've seen, I'm like, oh, I remember that one. Oh, I remember this one. I remember this one. I remember this one. I remembered a good majority of these. Yeah. So this season seems to be right in the middle of when I was watching it pretty heavily. And then I mean, he's hit by a car. Yep. And because there's a windshield in this car, his body, you know, I'll say the gore on his dead body laying on the ground is pretty gnarly. And he's really torn apart. He definitely is. It's good. Like seeing the gore in X-Files. We don't always get a ton of it, but I always like it when we do get it. I'm surprised they can get away with it, to be honest. Yeah. So there's something. Yeah, I'll talk about that later. Actually. Okay. Something else happens in another episode. I'm like surprised they could get away with. I dug this. Yeah. I like this a little more than you. I mean, it's good. It's not a bad episode or anything. There hasn't been a ton of bad episodes this season. No, like, this season. What I would call bad episodes. There's just really great ones, good ones, and then like. We're into season 7 right now. Only one episode into it, and season 6 is my favorite season so far. Yeah, same. So, anyway, that's that, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.